Madam President, I ask unanimous consent that I be permitted to place a mailele on the lectern during my remarks.
Without objection.
The Hawaiian Islands are mourning the death of former Senator Daniel Kahikina Akaka, who passed away Friday, April 6th at age 93.
I hope I succeeded in sharing a little bit of Hawaii with all of you.
Senator Akaka embodied the aloha spirit. From meeting nearly every Hawaii family who came to his office for a Capitol tour, to serving as a tireless advocate for veterans, the Native Hawaiian community, and Hawaii families, Senator Akaka's care, empathy, and compassion were evident to everyone who knew him. When I was elected to the Senate, I requested Senator Akaka's desk to be my desk. I did this because it represented continuity as Senator Akaka's successor, and the desk is a symbol to me of his years of service and the aloha he had for this body and the people of Hawaii.
Flags are flying at half-staff in memory of the Democratic Party member and first Native Hawaiian to serve in the United States Senate, where he was first appointed in 1990 after 13 years as a United States representative.
But the Hawaiians walked that trail, and here today, they'll be riding the trail.
Fellow lawmakers say the World War II Army veteran was a devoted husband to his wife Millie and a loving father and grandfather to a large ohana.
Anyway, we got married, and I gotta
and he
tell
cried
you,
at our wedding.
Oh my!
I had to give him a clinic. Okay, and what the thing is that he said he wished his mother was there, but I don't know. I think he cried because he was caught.
Parts of his story have been preserved on his Senate YouTube channel.
This is a song for Millie written by Al Nahalia. Hey, Puna, hele, no.
During his decades in Washington, D.C., Akaka worked closely with fellow Senator Dan Inouye.
And so accordingly, I'd like to nominate Daniel Akaka from the state of Hawaii to serve as chairman of the Committee on Indian Affairs of the United States Senate.
Thank you, Senator Inouye. Is there a second?
Second.
Senator Akaka spent years on the Indian Affairs Committee fighting for Native Hawaiians.
In 1993, I sponsored a measure commonly known as Apology Resolution. This resolution was signed into law by President Bill Clinton. It outlined the history prior to and following the overthrow of the Kingdom of Hawaii, including the involvement in the overthrow by agents of the United States. In the resolution, the United States apologized for its involvement and acknowledged the ramifications of the overthrow, and it committed to support reconciliation efforts between the United States and the Native Hawaiian people. However, additional congressional action is needed.
Although he played a major role in the U.S. apology resolution, his namesake legislation, the Akaka bill, never became law.
My bill has encountered many challenges, but it is pono. It is right. It is long overdue. One of the things that makes us so great is that though we have made mistakes, we change, we correct them, we right past wrongs. It is our responsibility as a nation to do right by America's Native people, those who exercise sovereignty on lands that later became part of the United States. While we can never change the past, we have the power to change the future.
Akaka left the Senate after 2012. One of his final acts was to swear in the late Senator Inouye's successor, Brian Schatz.
In Washington, Senator Akaka was an ambassador of aloha. He showed people kindness, respect, and hospitality rarely seen in this town. He didn't just represent Hawaii's interests in the Congress, he showed the world what Hawaii represents. In the words of President Kennedy, all that we are and all that we hope to be. He started that service as a welder in the United States Army Corps of Engineers. He fought in World War II in the Pacific arena, traveling to places like Tinian and Saipan. When World War II ended, he took advantage of the GI Bill to attend the University of Hawaii and to become a teacher, an occupation that he never fully left behind. Senator Akaka served for 36 years in the Congress, 14 years in the House, and 22 here in the United States Senate. He was loved by colleagues in both parties because he was kind to everyone. In fact, he never said a bad word about anyone, not even in private. The foundation for his kindness came from his faith, which he learned from his mother, Annie. He was a faithful attendee of the weekly Senate prayer breakfast where he would lead members in singing hymns. He always began with the history of each song, a tradition he passed on to our own chaplain, Chaplain Black, who continues it today.
Hawaii has so much, I believe, to teach the world in this institution. In Congress and in our nation, we're truly all together in the same canoe. If we paddle together in unison, we can travel great distances.
The former senator remained a figure of importance and inspiration up until the day of his death.
In Hawaii, when we part, we don't say goodbye. Instead, we say a hui ho, which means until we meet again. God bless Hawaii. God bless the United States of America with the spirit of aloha. A hui ho.